marching from here to Round Rock, and then on Thursday, then on Friday, then into Austin on Saturday. All right, folks, now it's time for our marketplace segment. All right, folks, Marketplace segment sponsored by Nextdoor. We appreciate the partnership with them. We talked to a sister who is utilizing the Nextdoor platform to really expand her business, which is really helping other female entrepreneurs with her national tour of expos. Here's our conversation. All right, Aisha, glad to have you here on Roland Martin Unfiltered. So tell us about your Sistahs in Business Expo.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me, Roland. The Sistahs in Business Expo is the country's only multi-city small business expo and community created specifically to celebrate and educate entrepreneurial women of color. We launched back in 2017 with the mission of creating an affordable and accessible platform where women of color could showcase and grow their businesses. And we've been doing that ever since, touring cities across the country. Most recently, we added to our brand the Sistahs in Business University, which provides teaching and training for women of color in business, as well as the Sistahs in Business Foundation, which provides grants, cash dollars to women of color in business. And in April, our COVID pivot was to open a retail location, over 5,000 square feet at a beautiful mall here in northern New Jersey, where we have over 85 Black women-owned brands featured on our shelves every single day. And so our whole mission is really about providing a space and opportunity where women of color can succeed as entrepreneurs.
So let's talk about this in terms of how did this start? So what was the genesis of this? Because there have been expos for years. In fact, it was Rainbow Push, then Operation Breadbasket, that really developed the concept of these Black business expos, and upwards of 700,000 people were going through these multi-day events. And then we started having these expos across the country where Black businesses were able to come together. People were able to see the products of all the different Black businesses. So how did you start?
So, it really started out of a need that I experienced as an entrepreneur myself. This is not my first stab at entrepreneurship. My sister and I have owned a career coaching business for over 15 years. And over the years, always wanted to participate in, many of those large scale expos that you referenced, but always found as a micro to small business just starting out that the costs were prohibitive, or that they were specific to certain industries or certain business types. We in particular were a service-based business and weren't necessarily selling a product. And so over the last few years, there's been so much talk about women of color being the largest and fastest growing demographic of entrepreneurs in the country. But when you dig a little deeper, you find that we're also the least funded, the least earning, the least supported. And so this expo was created to really have a specific niche in terms of being an affordable option. So while other expos, the vendor fees might be around $1,500, $2,000, ours average around $300 to $400. But still high quality, and also being open to all business types, both services and products. And then even more specifically, narrowing it down to not just Black businesses, but women-owned Black businesses.
And so as you travel around the country, first of all, how many cities are you hitting on an annual basis?
So we average about 4 cities, Newark, New Jersey, Philadelphia, Columbia, South Carolina, and Atlanta, Georgia. This year, we also are adding the DMV area. So we'll be at the University of Maryland, College Park on August 7th. And we're also slated to add Houston, Texas in 2022. So those are the cities we've been going to. And each year, we plan to add about 1 or 2 more cities to our roster.
And obviously for these women entrepreneurs, it's an opportunity for people to be able to obviously meet them, see their products, try their products. How has it actually helped businesses grow?
the bottom line. And so there are multiple ways. So the fact that you're just in a room, in a space with thousands of people, we average about 1,500 people per city, with other like-minded entrepreneurs, as well as those who are specifically intentional about supporting Black women-owned businesses. It's a win-win situation. So whether you're a product business who's able to, increase and generate substantial revenue as a part of being a part of our events, or if you're a service-based business and are now able to expand your market and make many others aware of your services who can utilize them later down the line. We've seen significant growth in the businesses that participate in our events. Many of them travel with us across the country because we are a lower cost option. They're able to have a higher profit margin by participating. And so we're really just helping them to generate revenue, but also giving them the tools and the skills that they need to succeed. And so that's where the university and the foundation come into play.
How have you utilized the app Nextdoor to actually grow this expo?
Yeah, Nextdoor has been an incredible tool and resource in order to connect with other Black women-owned businesses in certain communities. Anytime we go into a new market or are returning to a market and we want to reach another audience or a larger audience of women of color entrepreneurs, Nextdoor has an excellent resource for that. Their commitment to spotlighting and supporting Black-owned businesses and small businesses is really, really helpful. And so we utilize it in that way to really expand our reach and also be a support to businesses that are in the areas where we go.
And the thing that I'm always telling entrepreneurs, take advantage of free marketing resources and really maximize social media. And it's amazing to me how many people don't do that. They don't take advantage of Twitter, of Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, TikTok, Tumblr, but also, Nextdoor. And I'm always trying to explain to people, build your following, if you will, build up your ability to reach folks at a lower cost as opposed to trying to run commercials on radio or television or billboards or things like that.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. You're 100% right. In this day and age, there are so many resources and opportunities available that, we didn't have when we started our career consulting business back in 2005. The resources are limitless, and you really don't need a whole lot of money to get started because of these many platforms and opportunities that you mentioned. And Nextdoor is right at the top of the list. We're really doing ourselves a disservice as entrepreneurs when we don't take advantage of the resources that are out there. And while there might be a learning curve for some, or it might be something that they're not used to, you really just have to do the work to learn or connect yourself with others who already know how to do it and can help you, because the sky is the limit when you utilize these resources.
And have you also then been working with these other businesses to get them to expand how they utilize apps like Nextdoor to connect with customers and then to be able to grow their businesses in a smart way?
Absolutely. That's one of the many topics that we cover in our Sistahs in Business University, where we provide our training and resources through various webinars and courses. We really, really try to focus on the utilization of the various marketing options that are out there, because like you said, so many people feel discouraged or like they, don't have skin in the game when they can't afford to run ads or they can't afford radio and TV commercials. And we make it very clear that you don't have to have that to get started or even to sustain. It's really just about becoming familiar with and becoming knowledgeable about how to use the many free and even low cost resources that are out there. And so we really are intentional about including that in our curriculum for our Sistahs in Business University.
5-10 years from now, what do you want your business expo to look like?
Yeah, our goal is really to become the premier resource for women of color entrepreneurs in the country and even internationally. We've already been protected and exploring options internationally in other countries, but we want to be the space that is safe for women of color to know where they can come and participate in an expo, but not just in there, really provide them with the resources and the tools that they need to succeed. Social media has created such a smoke screen, and it makes it look like this thing is easy, and it really isn't. And so we want to lessen the difficulty and lighten the load of our sisters who are really serious about entrepreneurship, who really want to succeed but feel like it's not possible. We want Sistahs in Business Expo to be the resource for them. And so in 10 years from now, we plan to be doing that in major cities all across the country, as well as in some of our neighboring countries.
Well, it's certainly glad to have you on the show, and what this it does it really is important because again, especially I think with the university piece, because so many folk simply they want to own a business, but they really don't understand all that goes into actually being the boss.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's one thing to want it; it's another thing to actually do it and to execute it well. We've seen it done, but it's really a matter of getting close to those who can help you make it happen. We don't want it to be something that people see as an intangible goal, but something that they really can accomplish. And so we're going to keep working and making sure that our sisters know that it is possible. You can succeed as an entrepreneur. You don't have to be miserable on your 9 to 5, or if you enjoy your 9 to 5 and you really want to grow your side hustle, wherever you find yourself, we will meet you there and help you to reach your goals. And so that's what we're really committed to. And we're really grateful for platforms like yours and others that support the work that we're doing and provide platforms to share information with our entrepreneurial sisters.
All right, where can people get more information with regards to your expo?
Yes, everything can be found right on our website at SIBEXPO.us. That stands for Sistahs in Business Expo. So SIBEXPO.us, you'll be able to apply there for vending, for sponsorship, for speaking, and all the other opportunities that we provide for our sisters, our pitch competitions, as well as being able to participate in our retail location.
All right. Aisha, I certainly appreciate it. Thank you so very much.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.